Hello, my name is Davido Dupree. I'm a faculty member in CCP's psychology program, and I'd like to talk to you today about historically black colleges and universities as a transfer option. I will base my comments today on my experience as an undergrad at an HBCU in Virginia, Hampton University, but I'm also coming from the point of view of my conversation with other people I've met who've gone to other HBCUs. I've essentially recognized there's some common experiences at HBCUs. So, to put my comments in context, I do want to mention something about HBCUs more generally. Most were, if not all, were created to educate newly freed blacks who had been previously enslaved and Native Americans, neither of whom were allowed at that time to be educated in predominantly white institutions. So it had a very specific mission. Given the segregationist policies at that time, you saw a greater concentration of talented black and Native American students attending these HBCUs. As a result, you also saw the fruit in that many of the leaders and innovators in a wide variety of disciplines, areas of life, were graduates of HBCUs. So now there's history and legacy, right? These same talented people of color often taught at these same institutions. And so you see that segregationist policy created this quality experience in an odd way, right? And so imagine me now coming to campus at my HBCU and in the matter of a few days meeting fellow students who challenge practically every stereotype there is about blacks. So, for instance, I met students who were the valedictorians, the best students in their graduating classes. I met students who were the presidents of their student bodies. I met students who were math wizards, who were computer geniuses, who were entrepreneurs. I met world class athletes. I ran track. I wasn't a world class athlete, but I ran with them. I met people who were singers, dancers, entrepreneurs. All this talent in one place, and they looked like me. That was motivating. But I also need to make it clear that it's not the case that only black students go to HBCUs. There's actually a growing diversity in the student bodies of HBCUs, and that's in part because it's just a good, solid education for some of the reasons I've already mentioned, right? A good, solid education, right? And so, with that, as I mentioned before, many of the professors are actually black. So that means that there are these role models, right? These stereotype challenging role models in every academic discipline, right? But more importantly for us, just like SECP, because of our relative size, you have access to the professors. They know you, which is just as important as you knowing them. They know you. So there's some opportunities and some interactions you're going to get because of the intimate contacts that you have with professors, right? That you may not get at larger schools where you might meet your classes in auditorium where there are hundreds of other students. And by design, you may never have direct contact with your professors or go really deeply into any of the topics. Have opportunities to ask questions. Don't take that for granted. Something I want to mention again before I let you go is that these campuses are often steeped in history themselves, right? Whether it be the art, the museums on the campuses, the art exhibits, of work by and about blacks that come to the campuses. The When we did plays on campus, they were written by black playwrights. When we had speakers come, they were often people of color speaking out issues of interest to the black community. There was activism on campus. There was lots of fun. We had one of the best marching bands in the country. It was so much fun. A lot of learning too. It was a good education, a good solid education. So you should consider an HBCU. Thanks for listening.